Hello, students. I am Madhuri, your maths teacher. I will teach you 9th standard maths today. First lesson is number system. Part, 4 parts are over. Today, the 5th part. So today we will learn how to rationalize the denominator. And we will solve exercise 1.5 question 4. Rationalizing the denominator. What is rationalizing the denominator? When the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root or a number under a radical sign, root 2, root 3, root 4, root 5, root 7, root 9, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, like that. The process of converting it into an equivalent expression whose denominator is a rational number is called rationalizing the denominator. When the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root or a number under a radical sign, the process of converting it into an equivalent expression whose denominator is a rational number. So we have to rationalize the denominator, means denominator should be a rational number. Convert the denominator into a rational number. So that is called when the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root or a number under a radical sign, the process of converting it to an equivalent expression whose denominator is a rational number is called rationalizing the denominator. Okay, so we will convert the denominator into a rational number. Step 1. If the denominator is a monomial, multiply numerator and denominator by the radical that will get rid of the radical in the denominator. That means if the denominator is root 2, multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2. That means root 2 multiply 1 by root 2 into, if it is 1 by root 2, multiply 1 by root 2 into root 2 by root 2. We will do problems, I will show that time. Here, if the denominator is a binomial, that means when the denominator has two terms, multiply the numerator and denominator by a suitable conjugate that will remove the radicals from the denominator. That means if the denominator is a plus root b, we will multiply the numerator and denominator with the a minus root b. Okay. So binomials of the form a root b plus c and a root b minus c are called conjugates. Okay, children? That means a plus b and a minus b are conjugates. A conjugate in mathematics is formed by changing the sign of one of the terms in a binomial. For example, if the binomial number is a plus b, the conjugate of the number will be formed by changing the sign of either of the terms. If we change the sign of b, the conjugate formed will be a minus b. If we are changing the sign of a, then b minus a. Then next step, combine all the like terms and simplify the radicals. Step 3, if needed, we can simplify the fraction further. So rationalize the denominator. Step 1, if the denominator is a monomial, multiply the numerator and denominator by a radical that will get rid of the radical in the denominator. Then step 2, combine all the like terms and simplify the radicals. Step 3, if needed, we can simplify the fraction further. If it is a denominator, what we will do? If the denominator of if the denominator is a binomial, what we will do? We will multiply both the numerator and the denominator by a suitable conjugate. That will remove the radicals from the denominator. Then combine all the like terms and simplify the radicals. Then step 3, if needed, we can simplify the fraction further. Example, textbook example 17, rationalize the denominator of 1 by root 2. Here this is a monomial, only one term. So here the denominator is root 2. So we will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2 because root 2 into root 2 is 2. So denominator we will get a rational number. So if the denominator is a monomial, multiply numerator and denominator by a radical, that will get rid of the radical in the denominator. We learned that. We want to write 1 by root 2 as an equivalent expression in which the denominator is a rational number. Okay, so what we will do? We know that root 2 into root 2 is rational. So here 1 by root 2, we want to rationalize the denominator of 1 by root 2 means we want to write 1 by root 2 as an equivalent expression in which the denominator is a rational number. So here root 2 into root 2 is rational. So here we have to multiply the denominator into root 2, we will get a rational number. So what we have to do? We have to multiply the numerator also into a rational number. So we also know that multiplying 1 by root 2 by root 2 will give as an equivalent expression since root 2 by root 2 is equal to 1. So that means multiplying 1 by root 2 by root 2 by root 2 is equal to 1 by root 2 into 1. Why? Because 1 by root 2 by root 2 is equal to 1. Any number divided by that number is 1. So when we are multiplying 1 by root 2 into root 2 by root 2 will give us an equivalent expression since root 2 by root 2 is equal to 1. So we put these two facts together to get 1 by root 2 is equal to 1 by root 2 into root 2 by root 2. So numerator into numerator root 2, denominator into denominator 2. So we will get root 2 by root 2. Now the denominator is a rational number. The question is rationalize the denominator. So denominator is a rational number. Then rationalize the denominator of 4 by root 6. This is also a monomial. So what you will do? You will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 6. Root 6 by root 6. 4 by root 6 into root 6 by root 6. Here 4 into root 6 is 4 root 6. Root 6 into root 6 is 6. You will get 4 root 6 into root 6 is 6. So 4 by root 6 by 6. Okay, root 6 into root 6 is root 36. Root 36 is equal to 6. So 4 root 6 divided by 6. So again we will here this fraction we can simplify. 4 and 6 both have common factor 2. 4 by 2 is 2. 6 by 2 is 3. So you will get 2 root 6 by 3. Now textbook example, rationalize the denominator 1 by 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3, this is a binomial. So what we will do here? We will multiply if the denominator is a binomial with a rational part and an irrational part, then you will need to use the conjugate of the binomial. Binomials of the form a plus b and a minus b are called conjugates. So here 2 plus root 3. So 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 are conjugate. So here you will multiply 1 by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 by 2 minus root 3. So here 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 plus root 3 is equal to 1 by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 by 2 minus root 3. Same way, this is by using the identity a plus b into a minus b, a squared minus b, because we want here a squared minus b squared, here 2 squared minus root 3 squared. So you will get numerator into numerator. So 1 into 2 minus root 3 is 2 minus root 3. Here a squared minus b squared. 2 squared minus root 3 squared. 2 squared is 4. Root 3 squared is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So 2 minus root 3 by 1 is 2 minus root 3. Here Denominator is a rational number. Here we rationalize the denominator. Next one, rationalize the denominator of 5 by root 3 minus root 5. Here we will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 plus root 5. By using the identity a plus b into a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared, 5 divided by root 3 minus root 5 is 5 divided by root 3 minus root 5 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 plus root 5. Here 5 into root 3 plus root 5 is 5 into root, root 3 plus root 5. Here root 3 minus root 5 into root 3 plus root 5 is a minus b into a plus b is a squared minus b squared. Root 3 squared, that is 3, minus root 5 squared, that is 5. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 5 minus 3 is positive 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So you will get 5 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by negative 2. So that is 5 divided by negative 2 into root 3 plus root 5. Here denominator is a rational number. Next one, rationalize the denominator of 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. So here we will multiply the numerator and denominator by 7 minus 3 root 2. By using the identity a plus b into a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared, 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2 is equal to 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2 into 7 minus 3 root 2 by 7 minus 3 root 2. So here what is 7 minus 1 plus 1 into 7 minus 3 root 2 is 7 minus 3 root 2. But 7 a plus b into a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So here you will get 7 squared minus 3 root 2 the whole square. 7 squared, you know that 7 into 7. But 3 root 2 the whole squared is 3 root 2 into 3 root 2. So 7 sevens are 49. Here 3 into 3 is 9. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 9 2s are 18. 49 minus 18, 31. So denominator into denominator is what? 31. Here you will get 7 minus 3 root 2 minus 49 by 18. That is 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 31. Here the denominator is a rational number. Rationalize the denominator. Next we will start exercise 1.5. Rationalize the denominators of the following. First one, 1 by root 7. This is a monomial. So what we will do? We will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 7. What you will get? 1 by root 7 into root 7 by root 7. 1 into root 7 is root 7. Then denominator into denominator. Root 7 into root 7 is 7. Multiplying and dividing by root 7. You will get root 7 by 7. Here you got the denominator, a rational number. Rationalize the denominator. Next one, 1 by root 7 minus root 6. That means it's a binomial. You will multiply numerator and denominator by root 7 plus root 6. 1 by root 7 minus root 6 is equal to 1 by root 7 minus root 6 into root 7 plus root 6 divided by root 7 plus root 6. So numerator in the numerator is root 7 plus root 6. Denominator into denominator is a squared minus b squared. Root 7 the whole squared minus root 6 the whole squared. That is root 7 squared is 7 and root 6 the whole squared is 6. 7 plus root 6 divided by 7 minus 6, that is 1. So here denominator is a rational number. We rationalize the denominator. Next one, 1 divided by root 5 plus root 2. Here this is a binomial. So we will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 5 minus root 2. So 1 by root 5 plus root 2 is equal to 1 by root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2 divided by root 5 minus root 2. Numerator into numerator, 1 into root 5 minus root 2, root 5 minus root 2. Here a plus b into a minus b form. So a squared minus b squared. Root 5 squared minus root 2 squared. We will get root 5 squared is 5, root 2 squared is 2. So root 5 minus root 2 divided by 5 minus 2, that is 3. Root 5 minus root 2 by 3. 3 is a rational number. Rationalize the denominator. Next one, 1 by root 7 minus 2. Here we will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 7 plus 2. So 1 into root 7 plus 2 is root 7 plus 2. Here a minus b into a minus b into a plus b. A squared is root 7 squared. B squared is 2 squared. Here 2. So 2 squared is 4. Root 7 squared is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. So numerator 1 into root 7 plus root 2 is root 7 plus 2. Okay, 1 into root 7 plus 2 is root 7 plus 2. So the answer is root 7 plus 2 by 3. Rationalize the denominator. So next one, loss of exponent for real numbers. That will be your next class. Up to that, you practice today's section well, understand well, practice well, and learn well. Okay, children? Bye.